adventure with Lukimyu. We go diving with the locals. We stream the F1 Grand Prix while sitting on the beach. It's night time and we scrub up for a dinner out. While on Lord Howe, we wanted to see as much of the island as we possibly could.
And these are all the walks you can do. We are currently moored right there off Dawson's Point, and we've done the Gulch Walk, we've done the Mount Eliza Walk. Right now we're off to do the Catalina Wreckage Walk. The goal being to do all the walks that do not require a guide before we leave. It's a propeller from a Catalina plane crash, which we're just about to walk to. Dedicated to the men and women of Australia's Defence Forces who've served this island and their country, especially the crew of RAAF Catalina flying boat, which crashed at Lord Howe Island on September 28, 1948. 7 people died, 2 survived.
Very exciting day on Lord Howe Island today. The supply vessel, which comes once a fortnight, or in this case it's been 3 weeks since it last arrived, is coming today. I'm pretty excited. It's going to be very interesting. They've got to come in, they've got a very, very tight right hand turn, and they only make it apparently by very, very little in terms of their depth. And then when they get up to the jetty is such that they can get in at high tide. At low tide they'll literally be sitting on the bottom, and so they have to wait 12 hours roughly until the next high tide in terms of getting out. So it is blowing between 25 and 35 knots. It's pretty rolly and rough, but they are clearly going to try and make it in.
See that beach back there? That is how far we've pulled Lily. Here she is. Jamie's got sad hands, I've got a sad back, and we have 10 metres to go, I reckon.
We really need to pay more attention to the tides.
What's happening?
We've found a spot on the beach where we can stream the Chinese Formula 1 Grand Prix in a place where there's no telephones and no TV.
Oh, there's probably TV.
Only via satellite.
True.
So, we're at a little mezzy platter and we're watching the F1 Grand Prix in a remote, beautiful location.
And debating at what lap the Wi-Fi will cut out and we'll have to buy another $10 worth because it's not going to last the whole race. No way.
So this is where we're sitting. I reckon that's a pretty good spot. As night time sets in, we're still watching the last 6 laps of the Grand Prix.
Look! Donald Trump's here!
7 o'clock in the morning on Lord Howe Island. Time to get another walk in.
So walkway to Malabar Hill. And then on to Kim's Lookout, depending on how excited we are. Malabar Hill is 1.1 kilometres, Kim's Lookout is 2.1 kilometres.
So way off in the distance, you can see the lagoon, and hopefully Lukimyu as well. Although the walks aren't overly long, many of them are incredibly steep.
This looks like the top. It's not the top. That's the top.
Just when you thought it was getting easier.
Kim's Lookout, another 1.1.
That is a steep drop off. Beautiful section of path here as the light comes through. Dappled, yeah. Alright, this is seriously steep now. In fond memory of Kim Morris, who loved these hills, died 23rd of the 4th, 1967, age 20 years. We found ourselves a friend. Wants to walk along the path with us.
Still going?
He's been going for long enough that I got the camera out, turned it on and started recording him. And he's still going now. The landscape continues to change. We've made it down to the bottom after a very steep descent. In June 1834, permanent settlement of Lord Howe Island began. The whaling ship Caroline brought the first settlers, 3 men, Ashton, Bishop and Chapman, their married wives and 2 married boys. Lord Howe's tourism history really opened up with the advent of flying boats. Ansett was the first company to start commercial flights to the island.
Off to get diesel, petrol and gas.
Refuelling can be a drama. This required a short tender ride into the jetty, a walk down to Wilson's, where Macca would organise the refuel and dropping off at the jetty later on.
What you doing, Jamie?
Checking the clearance under the keel.
Because you are standing on the bottom.
Yeah. And this is the deep part.
We thought we bumped into something last night at low tide, and look what it might be.
It's a bit shallow. So we've discovered we've got a bit of a battery problem. House batteries have been getting down as low as 10.9 volts, and really they shouldn't ever really be dropping below 12. So what it means is they're just not holding their voltage. Now the problem with not holding their voltage is as soon as we get down to about 11.9, 11.8, our fridges, both fridges stop working. So we're concerned that if we're leaving Lord Howe Island for Norfolk, where things are even harder to get, and then on to Noumea, where we've then got a language barrier, we don't know where we're going to be getting things from, etc. It could be even harder to replace the batteries. So our plan at this stage is we're going to order some batteries through our friend Dave, who's just been on board, who's an electrician, and Dave is going to get them sent to the Island Trader, which is the vessel, the supply vessel that comes to Lord Howe Island every couple of weeks. And then we need to fit them. They're going to be slightly different configurations, so we'll probably need to potentially do a little bit of wiring and make up new battery boxes, so I'll need to get some marine ply as well. And they're 60 kilos each, and we need 4. So getting them from, the jetty where they'll be delivered into the tender to here on board and in below our berth is going to be pretty tricky, I imagine.
Today is April the 18th, 2018. 24 years ago, our youngest son Kobe was born. We can't be with him tonight, so we're going to go out for dinner for him, for his birthday, to a little cafe, restaurant, resort called Aragilla, which is just over there. So we've got nice clothes on, we've had a shower, we're looking very presentable compared to what we looked like for the last couple of days. Yeah, happy birthday, Copes.
Alright, we are ready to go into town for dinner, and we are all dressed up.
Not your usual date pickup.
I like accessorising with the jacket.
Thanks. That could have gone badly. Off to dinner.
It's a beautiful walk, a short distance from the jetty, off to dinner.
It smells good too.
It's really quiet here now.
Everyone's gone to bed.
Needing to walk off our dinner, we set off for another walk.
Oh wow. Ball's pyramid. Beautiful. Look around. Best view on the island, apparently. So Boat Harbour, 1.1 kilometres that way, but then we have to come back. Or we go ahead to Lagoon Road via Rocky Run and Muttonbird Point, which is 2.4. Decisions.
Foolishly, we took the longer path. And it looks like we've made it to a little cove called Boat Harbour. A token from those who have been here. Only appropriate that we had our bit. Well, we're absolutely knackered. However, just over my shoulder, you can see that finally, with the airport in sight, we're almost round this mountain and down to our bikes. Aaron and the crew at ProDive were absolutely fantastic.
Forever, so let yourself shine. Every time you feel you're down on yourself, look inside, you'll find you got what it takes. Yeah, I can tell you can make it, you can reach the top. Here's your chance, just take it. The ones to
After a beautiful day diving, it was time to kick back and take in the sunset. On the next adventure with Lukimyu, we get rained in for a couple of days. The weather improves for the Anzac Day service, and we head back to Bull's Pyramid and dive with the sharks. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and share it with your friends.